You ever wonder why communication is the most important trait in a relationship? Or how is it that communication can make or break bonds between people? Or why communication is the simplest yet toughest trait to achieve? Hello, my name is Chosan Gilbert, and my topic today is I'm a great communicator. And the three things that I'll be covering that make me a great communicator are I listen to understand, I listen to hear, and I convey feedback. My first point, I listen to understand. What I mean by that is I can understand the perspective of an individual without placing subjective insight, but more so an objective outlook with my responses. My objective is not to walk a mile in a person's shoes, but to understand the mile that they have been walking. My second point is I listen to hear. I try not to listen to respond. And what I meant telling here is that I try not to think of what to say next when a person is speaking because I may miss out on something more important being said than when a person is speaking. Rather, I take the approach of hearing what a person has to say and I try to remember what a person has been saying. My third and final point is I convey feedback. I try to convey feedback in a manner by incorporating analogies that relate to the topic at hand to simplify the point being made. An example to further explain would be a time when I was in class. My professor at the time played a documentary about the Boston bomber, and it explained how he didn't feel like he belonged anywhere in society. And my response was, oh, he felt like a tomato. Why? Because you can't classify a tomato as a fruit nor a vegetable. So it's out of place. And at that moment, the class just kind of stared out in awe as if a bubble popped. And at that moment, the entire class knew or understood the feeling of being out of place. I try not to respond frivolously because I like to actually put thought into my responses to make sure it hits home one way or another. So, in conclusion, I listen to understand, I listen to hear, and I convey feedback. Being a great communicator doesn't mean being the first to initiate a conversation, but being very receptive to what is being spoken. Thanks for listening.